Hey, welcome to Monkey Business. I'm Nick, aka Dad.
I'm Addie, aka the Monkey.
And we appreciate you tuning in here. This week we thought we'd do something that probably you've seen some videos on, but really just wanted to go over it again. And that's taking off one piece of your Bronco that maybe you haven't done yet. Maybe you just got your Bronco, or maybe you're like us and with the family, it doesn't always make sense to take this part off. Around here it gets pretty hot, which may be one reason you don't take this piece off. And what we're talking about is your roof.
Yeah.
On the four-door, you have two pieces up front, a midsection that goes over the second row, and then your back little shell that covers your rear cargo area.
Yes.
Now, if you have a two-door, you basically have the two panels up front and then the rear cargo area, which actually covers both your second row and the rear cargo area. So you've got less pieces. So it's a 3-piece for the 2 doors, and it's a 4-piece for the 4 doors.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd go through some of the things that we've encountered taking off our hardtop and just show you how easy it is with an adult and a 12-year-old to get this project done. So what do you say?
Let's get started
with taking off our top. All right, well, we're in the Bronco, and the first thing we're going to do is you work from the front and work your way back to put it on, to take it off, and to put it on, you just go in reverse order. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the front 2 panels off here. So let me show you how you do that. All right, so Monk's going to start off with showing you how to unlock her panel. So first pull down, twist that latch, twist that latch. There you go. Twist the middle one. And then I have a middle one here. Got a middle one here up front. I'm working my way around here. Latch. And then don't forget the one back over here. And now we can remove our top 2 panels. All right, so you start with your driver's side panel first because it overlaps your passenger panel. I always like to put this lock back in so you don't scrape it as you're going up and over. And then I try to find a good spot to leave it so I can get out of the vehicle and then lift off. And make sure if this has been out in the sun, watch your fingers because these tops can get pretty hot. All right, now we're on the passenger side, and I thought I'd do this for Addie since I'm a lot taller than she is. So again, we're gonna take the clasp here, or this one here, we're gonna make sure that when we lift off, let me show you this. We're gonna move that back up again. And then again, we're just gonna slide this over to where you can kind of set it on the crossbar here. And we're gonna lift off. And again, make sure that when you're getting your fingers on this, that if it's been out in the sun, be careful. And if you're just gonna store these for a couple hours, you can just leave them out. We also have the top panel bags that you can put these in. But again, if you're just gonna be out for a couple hours with the top off, and you're gonna put it on later, just set it down. And be careful too, because when you set these down, you've got this edge here that's pointed. I would prefer that, I will be putting it down on the flat edge back here. A little bit less prone to being damaged if you drop this and that point gets there. They already have enough top problems with these tops. Let's not make any more. All right, we are in the second row now where Monk usually sits with Riley while Mom's up front and we're up front. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take these clasps here, pull these down. I'm on the driver's side. You've got this latch and then a center latch. And then we'll get to the passenger side. We've got that latch and one more. Come around and I'll grab this one for Monk.
Yeah, I got short arms.
And now the panel's free. You might want to put these clasps back up when you're removing the top here. Let me show you what that looks like. So yeah, put that back up and then you'll have to worry about scraping anything. All right, now that we got all the clasps undone, everything, the buckles and all that, whatever you want to call them, turned and unlocked, now the second row is able to come out. You can do this by yourself. I have found that pushing up in the middle here and then just sliding it one way or another works out pretty well. Get it about halfway, and then the rest of the way you can just take it all the way off. And again, be sure when you take this off, this top can be hot. I just want to reiterate that because in our sunny weather here, these black tops do get hot. Be careful. Well, now that we have the front 2 panels off, the mid panel, we've got a nice big open area. But if you want to go all the way with top off, the first thing you need to remember, and we messed this up, is let me show you this. Have Monk give me the camera. On the back part, yeah, you've got your inside bolts, but don't forget about this bolt here. You just use your Torx bits from the Bronco kit. Get these off first. I usually just keep these bolts in the kit, the bag that they give you. You can also put them back in, and then you've got your bolts down below that I'll show you as well. All right, so to take off the top, we've got the bolt up top, which I'll show you again here in just a sec as we get ready to take it off. But you've got this bolt up front on a four-door. You have a bolt here, another one right next to it, and then you have a fourth bolt right back here. Again, as we're back here, don't forget to remove both. This is for your window wiper motor itself to get power, and this is the fluid to wash it. You're going to want to disconnect both of these, obviously, to get off the roof. And then Ford has given you places to place them. So you have this little nipple that sticks out, that is for your washer fluid hose. And then right below it is a receptacle you can put in that electrical connection into this, and it'll clip in and just keep it nice and tidy looking as you're riding with no top. So let's get back up top and we'll show you how to remove all these bolts. You got 4 in the back and then the 2 up top that we've still got to get. So to remove your bolts, you're probably asking, what do I need to use? Well, in your Bronco kit, you have your Torx bits. This one is they actually put it as a TP50, which is a Torx Plus 50. You can find these at hardware stores. You can use electric ratchets on this, but I figured for this demonstration, we'd use what Ford gave us and to take them off. So we're up here on our running board since we have an Outer Banks. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing this first bolt here. And then we've also got one on the opposite side as well that we need to remove over there. So let's get these 2 first done, and then we'll go inside and get the rest of them taken care of. Well, I've taken the top off before, but that was pretty easy. I mean, a little tough right there at that first, probably half to a full turn, but now I can basically just unscrew it with my fingers. We'll get both these off because they're pretty important. You don't want to try to take this top off without taking these bolts out first. So let's get these outside ones done first. Well, I just got this last bolt out here from the passenger side for these top brackets. And you know, in that Bronco kit, they have some pretty cool pieces in this thing I thought I'd show you. If you've not used your kit yet, great thing is they have not only your Torx bits, you have 2 of them in here. You've got more of a long, Allen wrench style, but it is a Torx bit, and then you have a couple sockets. But the other great thing is you've got these pouches in here, which are great for all of your hardware to go in, zip it up. You take it with you on the trail. You've always got it. Or even if you're taking off your doors, which will be one of our next videos showing you how to do this, keeping those bolts. But with the doors, I found it's just easier to put the bolts right back in. But as I say that, it would be my luck that we'd be on the trail with the doors off and the bolts come loose and we don't see it. So probably a good idea just to store those bolts away too. And don't ever forget too, you might want to always use some Loctite every now and then, at least the blue stuff, just to make sure those things don't wiggle free, because you'll notice sometimes that when you open your doors, they might pop a little bit. It's probably because one of those bolts is loose, just FYI. Now I've folded my front passenger, or my back passenger seat down just to access this one a little bit easier. But yeah, you might be able to do this just as easy from the back yourself. And then, like I said, about a full turn, maybe a full turn and a half, and I'm able to get this out just by my fingers. Well, we've got all 3 of those front bolts out, plus the one up top. The one back here, they don't give you a lot of room if you wanted to ratchet from up here between the glass and the back of the roll cage here. So I have found it's a little bit easier just to do it right in this area here between the hard top and the roll bar, just to get this thing out. Well, now that we have all of our bolts out, we can put those into our little pouch here that the Bronco kit gives us. They're stowed away. They are all the same size, so you don't have to worry about getting them mixed up. And now we're ready to remove the top. And as we get ready to remove the top, don't forget, press down on this to disconnect this. And then you take your receptacle, you can go around your roll cage here, and we'll just click it right in. Nice and stowed away there. On the washer fluid, just press the little button here that disconnects it. Again, around the roll cage, go right over here, clip it in. Now they're both out of the way, and we can take the top off and not have to worry about losing one of those lines or hoses. All right, well, I lost Addie. She's not available, so I'm gonna show you can do this by yourself. If I had a little bit more room behind us, I think I'd be able to just walk straight back, but I will have my lovely and gorgeous assistant, my wife, shut the tailgate for me so I can get the top off without having to, short it and turn and make a bunch of possible mistakes if I drop it. So let's get this top off. All right, just like that, you are topless now on your Bronco. Like I said, we've done it before. Still have a few little beauty marks from the last time we took it off, but you can do it by yourself. The back part would be nice if you had some grass, because it does have some locator pins, which we set it down here on the concrete, but it is pretty heavy. Just being a four-door, has a little bit shorter back top, but still, it's easier with two people, but you can do it with one. Just be really careful. The weight can shift on you really quick, especially if you keep the back glass open. So just remember that, but we're topless.